Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Chris.
We're here to talk to you about, what are we talking about?
Thought we were talking about Wub Wednesday.
No, Wub Wednesday is something different.
Later on. Being a counselor.
Children. How to work with kids.
How to work with children. That's
101.
Right.
How to work with children 101.
That's right. You guys may be familiar with the Bob Ditter movies.
Bob Ditter.
Getting ditterized. And we're going to try our best to, talk about some of the points from that movie.
Hey, you right there. Wake up. Pay attention.
Thank you.
I see you.
Don't appreciate that. That's
Chris,
nice.
if you're watching this, wake up.
I probably am sleeping. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to talk about those points from that movie and make it a little more interesting, a little more relatable to you guys, but still get the main points across.
Yeah, because working with children can be really difficult sometimes. Like, we're adults, they're children, they have the snot running out of their nose, they're crazy, they're wild. And yeah, we just want to give you some tips on some personal experiences we've had working with kids here. Because it can be challenging, but there's nothing more rewarding than working with children.
Most definitely. It's part of the reason some of the staff here will come back every year just to work with the children.
That's why I keep coming back.
Same here. I mean,
yeah.
Live really close, but yeah, I keep coming back too. Love the kids here.
Yeah, because nothing beats the kids remembering you and loving you and just making a big impact on their life. So we want to help you guys out with that, give you some tips about that, and yeah, hopefully you guys have an awesome summer.
Exactly. If we don't see you, good luck, and we hope you enjoy this video. Yo, N-Dog, thanks for meeting me here, man.
Yeah, see money, no problem, man. It's always good to see you.
Camp's about to start, man, so I wanted to come back and just kind of reminisce. We did some performing here, and I really love the staff here.
Man, there's nobody I respect more than summer camp staff. Like, we're out performing on tour all the time and whatnot.
You gotta watch these kids. I mean, kids nowadays, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, it just blows my mind how well they do with kids that are being entrusted to them. Like, some of these kids they don't even know, and they're just like, oh, now I'm responsible for this kid.
And we in the woods, man, they could get attacked by bears or something like that. That must be scary.
I know. Dude, bro, I barely trust kids with my mic or being around me on stage and whatnot. And here are these counselors, these staff people, and they're just like, oh yeah, watching these kids, making sure they get fed, go to bed at night.
It's crazy, bro. Big word.
Dude, big word out to the staff. Yeah, it's just important. I think the thing that helps the staff is that they remember the trust that has been given to them by the parents.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yo, C-Money.
Yeah.
What do you think a counselor has to do, like, in order to be a good counselor? You feel me?
I feel what you mean. You know what? I bet one of the most important things, they probably have to observe their kids a lot, man. Like, eagle eyes on those kids.
Yeah, like, observe their behaviors?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, figure out, body language is a big thing. So if the kid's acting all hyper like this, he probably needs a nap or something, right?
Or hungry.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, when I'm hungry, I get irritable and I'm all cranky and so yeah.
Yeah, and out in this hot sun, they might be thirsty.
We all get tired and everything. We all need a break sometimes, so.
Yeah, so observing their kids well, making sure like the kids are well fed, they're rested, they're drinking. Like, it's important to keep an eye on those things.
So
like,
if they start walking really slow like this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They need a little break or something.
Oh, and if they have to go to the bathroom.
Start
that's
doing the
bathroom dance,
They looking like Canonihood up there dancing.
Dancing. Get it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, observing the kids well. I bet that's hard to do sometimes, especially if you haven't done it before.
That's true. I mean, you probably got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, this scenery is beautiful. I'd want to just look at the clouds all day. It's hard to see little Jimmy running away if I'm looking at the clouds all day.
Right.
Or, I mean, the other staff probably want to talk to each other too, right? Like, how do you think they balance that?
Yeah, because you got to keep an eye on your kids, and as you're getting connected with the staff, like, you want to talk to them like, yo, man, I saw this YouTube video or whatnot,
True that.
I just heard Canonihood's latest single.
They better be listening to our latest single.
Word. But they shouldn't be singing it when they're with their kids.
Right, not when they're with their kids. All about the kids, observing the kids. That's their focus. I mean, that is why they're here too, right? They love
work with the kids.
Work with the kids. Very important.
Yeah, because there's time to hang out and chill and listen to Canonihood's music.
time to observe the kids and make sure they're having fun at camp.
Yeah,
Word.
that's why we're here.
Word. So, Dog, do you think the counselors just watch their kids, or do they like do activities with them too?
Dude, bro, the counselors definitely get involved with the kids.
Oh, a ball, sweet.
Bro, nice shot.
Thanks. When we're not on tour, I'm always balling up, man.
Yeah, I know. Distract you from your working on your music. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, so like, if the staff aren't involved with the kids, you're kind of a lame staff.
That's a good point. I mean, I guess they wouldn't have fun and everything with the games if the staff weren't involved. But at the same time, you don't want the staff to get too involved.
Right, yeah, because you got to still be able to keep an eye on your kids and see if problems are developing. You know? Because if the problem develops, you need to intervene, like early. Like, early intervention is key to it, right? Somebody taught me that one time. I don't forget who, but...
It sounds like legit.
Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Because I think I also heard somewhere, maybe like Facebook or something, kids are more likely to get hurt when the staff's involved.
Oh,
You know?
that stinks. I guess that makes sense since they're bigger and the kids are little. And
Yeah.
some
Get
staff
too
probably.
caught up in playing soccer.
That's right. You probably run into the kids playing soccer and stuff like that. Or the
go over for a pass and just shove it at them, you know?
Don't scare me like that, bro.
Dude. Yeah, so it's important to be involved. You should still be able to keep an eye on your kids, all right, and see if there's a problem. And if there is, get involved with them.
There you go. Got to use that early intervention, I guess.
Yeah.
If you see the problem before it's about to happen, nip it in the bud.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, that's a lot of stuff they got to remember already.
Yeah, I don't
Jeez.
even think that's it. There's probably a ton of other
There's
stuff.
more?
Yeah, man.
I'd make a terrible counselor. I have a terrible memory. Oh, jeez.
Dude, word.
Word.
Yeah, so bro, a problem I always have with kids is like when I want them to go do something else, you know, like change into doing something different, and like they never seem to want to change into whatever it is I want to do.
Isn't there a word for that? Because I struggle with that too. Like when we're changing songs, and what's the word called for it though?
Isn't it like there's like glasses or something like that that go with it. Transitions, lenses, yes.
I guess the counselors have to be good with helping kids with transitions.
Yeah, man. It's like, I guess because they want to keep doing whatever fun activity they're doing, they don't realize the more fun they're gonna have or what is gonna be new to them.
Right. So they gotta like adjust. Yeah, they gotta adjust. Maybe like have them count down early.
Yeah, give them a countdown.
Countdowns are good. Yeah. Anything to let them know that a transition's about to happen. 5-minute warnings.
Yeah.
And
5 minutes.
5 minutes, 2 minutes. And I bet if you're really excited about the next activity, the kids will probably want to do what you want to do anyway.
Yeah, because they'll imitate you. They're watching your behavior, and they want to be like you. They're going to imitate your behavior.
It could also be a bad thing, though, right?
Yeah, because if you're acting bad, and they imitate your bad behavior, they're going to be bad.
That's right. Or if you're getting too riled up with the counselors.
Yeah, because they're going to watch how you're acting with each other.
That's right. Because they want to be cool like you. I mean, if we were counselors, I think all the kids would want to be cool like us. So
I want to be cool like the counselors.
I know, me too. They're great people.
They are. Yeah, so like, I guess it's just important to remember that the kids are looking up to you, and they want to be like you, and so they're going to imitate your behavior.
Right. So you got to make sure. It's like the Spider-Man quote again. You got to make sure that you have the right behavior because they're going to try to imitate you.
Who knew Spider-Man was so deep?
I know, right? We referenced it twice today. Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, this place is so big. I never realized this is where they sleep and everything.
Yeah, man.
I wonder if there's some big set of rules that they follow for this big place.
Dude, 5 golden rules. Haven't you heard of them?
No, what are they, man?
Dude, boy, you're tripping. All right, look. Rule number 1. Always keep kids within eyesight. All right? Eyesight. You got to see them if you're going to be observing them like we talked about.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
Makes sense, right? But there's sometimes when it ain't cool to be looking at the kids. You feeling me?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we're at this is where they go to the bathroom, so you obviously don't want to be looking at a kid while they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, because kids need their privacy sometimes, and as a staff member, you got to respect that and give that to them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's just creepy too. Like, you
Yeah.
don't want to be watching kids while they're in the bathroom.
Right, but it's important to keep them in earshot so you can hear if there's any problems happening.
Oh, is that a second rule?
Yeah, that's rule number 2, man.
Oh, I think I'm getting this thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, in special cases, can't you just take a kid to the bathroom by themselves then?
No, not really, because that's in violation of rule number 3, what I like to call the triangle of safety.
The triangle of safety. I like that. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah, what it is you either need to have 2 adults with you and 1 kid, all right? Or if it's not possible to have 2 adults with you, 2 kids and you go somewhere. Never, ever, 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 ever be alone with a kid.
Sounds really important. Jeez.
Yes. No, it is wicked important, bro.
Ah, alright. So what's the 4th rule?
For rule number 4, I need to show you where it happens the most.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, bro, the 4th rule is don't get overstimulated. So this is the place that it happens in the most.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and it was bedtime, I never wanted to go to bed. I'd always be jumping up and down on my bed and my mom would have to yell at me and I was always overstimulated.
Exactly, and this is where, like, when you're trying to get the kids to go to bed, they can just be so, you know, excited and happy for all the fun they had during the day that it's hard, and sometimes you lose control of them.
That's right. Like, if I'm playing a volleyball game or a soccer game and I just go to go, I'm like, yeah! And I'm still screaming about it. Sorry, I was getting overstimulated there. You're right, just like that. So it can happen. So what does a counselor do, though, when they're overstimulated?
Yeah, well, bro, it's easy as long as you kind of detect and see what's happening. Younger kids, they'll just get too silly. They'll be like, oh yeah, and just being silly, and they'll forget about their own health and safety and everything. Right. And so if you're a counselor and you're getting too silly with them, you lose control. Older kids, too aggressive, man. They'll be fighting, they get aggressive, carried away, thinking they're Wayne Rooney.
Boys. Who's Wayne
Exactly.
Rooney?
He's like an English soccer player, so I don't know. I'm just saying, they'll be slide tackling, right?
The UK.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, teens though, they get too curious, alright? They start asking questions, they get overstimulated by like asking questions about your life, asking questions about boys or girls and stuff. So like, you gotta watch out for that stuff. If you can identify it, you can redirect it.
That's right, redirection would be really important. I mean, because if you can put that energy to something important, I'm assuming that would make, you know, be a little easier for the counselor. So,
yeah.
Good word, redirection.
You know what's important though to remember is overstimulation doesn't happen just with kids.
Oh, that's
staff
right.
can get overstimulated.
The staff, because I'm assuming they're so great, so they gotta get overstimulated at some point. All that energy.
You get too excited working with your friend, hanging out with your buddy, you know, and it's easy to get overstimulated. You just get carried away. And if you do, you lose control that way.
That's right, because the kids want to be overstimulating like you, like we talked about earlier.
They're going to imitate you. Yeah, exactly.
It's all connected.
It's all about you being the role model. They want to be like you, so model the behavior you want from the kids.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly.
Now, I know you said there were 5 golden rules. I definitely think we covered the 4, but what's the 5th one?
Dude, the 5th one is kind of like an overarching rule that just kind of applies all the time. It's one you should always follow. It's to keep everything out in the open.
Oh, like out in the open!
Yeah, man. Yeah, out in the open. Because when you keep things out in the open like that, it's just adding that, you know, protection for you that other people can see what you're doing at all times.
Oh, so I guess, and even if you need to talk to a kid in private, you could still like make sure, you can kind of pull them aside, but make sure everybody else is still there. Yeah. So it doesn't look like anything sketchy's going on.
Exactly. Yeah, and another part of that rule kind of goes with touching the kid. Yeah, because it's not, there's certain ways that touching the kid is alright. Okay. Alright, like there's 3 accepted areas to touch the kid. One of those is on the upper arm, alright, like up here, you know, right, on the shoulder, alright, and the last place is like the upper middle back.
So like right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's all right. Just you got to remember when you're touching the kid though, if the kid gets rigid or doesn't like the way he's being touched, just let go and let it go. Respect their boundaries. Because sometimes kids don't like being touched and they're really sensitive to that, and you got to respect that as a counselor.
You also probably have to watch out for those clingers. I mean, just thinking about our fans when we're off stage, they're always like, "Oh, Canonihood!"
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to get touched by them. So I'm imagining that there's probably some little kids that always like to give hugs or sit on laps. And you probably got to watch out for that as well.
Exactly.
Now, I wonder, and if as a counselor, like if a kid touches you, I know I'd kind of like firmly let them know that's not okay, and maybe tell them to touch me somewhere else, maybe my shoulder or the arm, or just not touch me at all. But I think being firm is probably something the counselors are really good at.
Yeah, and then the most important thing with this whole touching thing is don't ever touch them, somewhere that a bathing suit would normally cover, like between the knees and, their chest, their neck area. Because you don't want to touch them anywhere inappropriate, right? And as long as you do that, you'll be safe. And just remember, you got to observe, like we talked about earlier, observe their reaction to it. And if they don't like it, stop.
Wow. It's a lot for a counselor to remember, but I mean, at the same time, it's almost common sense, too.
Yeah. What do you think the internet has to do with being a counselor?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming nothing, right? But, oh, that's a great question. Like, what if they see my Twitter page and I'm a counselor? I don't think they want to see all those groupies trying to, whoa, save money!
Yeah, so, but the thing is, I think with being a counselor, like, you got to make sure that that you don't put any pictures of the kids if you take it during camp on the internet. You feeling me?
It's almost like a job setting type thing where you don't want your future employer to see any, bad things of you on social media. So it's probably a lot of the same with the kids as well. And I'm assuming you wouldn't want to give them your information to be friends, or do you want to befriend campers?
No, that's one of the boundaries you don't want to cross. One, because it can lead to overstimulation. And the other, as far as putting their pictures on, if you don't have permission from their parents and the camp director, all right, it's not good, because you can compromise the child's safety. And child safety is the most important thing about working with children.
Especially in this day and age, most definitely. Speaking of child safety, what do you think you would do as a counselor if like a camper came to you about like child abuse? I wouldn't know what to do, man.
Yeah, because that's one of the hardest things to have to deal with working with children, is being told that they think they're getting abused or they're being hurt by somebody.
I mean, just thinking about those situations make me sad. But I remember like they told us in like high school and stuff like that you think you have to somehow find a way to contact a supervisor or something like that.
Yeah, so what's important with that is the first thing you have to do is stay calm. Even if it makes you really angry or you're really sad, stay calm. The child is going to respond to you being calm. After you're calm, tell them that you're really glad they told you, because it took a lot of courage for that kid to tell you that. And, as you're saying, thank you for telling me, tell them and reassure them that you believe them, okay? Even if you're not sure, you want the kid has shown a lot of trust in you, and so you don't want to damage that trust relationship.
Oh, that's right. Like we were talking about before, with the parents trusting us with their kids, so their kids are going to trust us, and this is how we keep their trust.
Right. After that trust, then you want to say, look, because I'm a good friend to you, I'm going to help you, and I have to tell somebody that can help you. Even if the kid doesn't want you to tell somebody, you still got to tell them. You just reassure them that, listen, everything will be okay. None of the other children will find out, but I'm going to help you, because there's people.
That's right. There are people there that are meant to help them out. I mean, that's what those professionals are for. So.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I guess I'm not too terrible at this thing.
No.
With all this information, we should apply to be counselors next year.
Yeah, we should, bro. We'd be such a good counselor.
We would. Oh, it'd be great. See money and word up. Word. Yo, we gotta head out though. We gotta tour in Paris.
We gotta tour in Paris.
It's gonna be late. We gotta head out. Word up. Word. Oh well. We're gonna get the new single when it comes out though.
Definitely downloading that new single.
Definitely. Alright. Whew.
Yeah. Wow.
So, we hope you guys have enjoyed this presentation. We've got a few things we want to wrap up with you first though. Alright, so hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned a lot. We just want to wrap up some key points before we head out.
Because you do have to remember, I hope this was fun, exciting, and, you know, informative for you, but there are important things to remember when working with kids. One of those that we talked about, the triangle of safety, or always having 3 people together, either 2 adults, 1 kid, or 2 kids and 1 adult.
Out of all the rules, you will use that the most while you're here at camp.
That is very important. If I had to pick the #1 rule, that is it, because you just always have to make sure that you're taking care of not only your safety, but the child's safety. And that's a way to protect yourself. Another one that is very important is if a child's hurt or anything, you know, contact the nurse. You'll go over that more later, but it is important to contact the nurse and let the nurse handle major medical issues.
And the last most important thing, when you are tired, which you will be at some point during this 10 weeks, you will be very tired, and for being tired you get irritable, please do not be afraid to ask for help.
Yes. I can tell you from personal experience, when I was a counselor here, the hardest thing for me to do was to say, hey, Melanie or whoever, I need to rest. I'm really tired. And it's so bad that they forced me to rest one time. And it's important because if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of kids also.
You think you can, but you can't. Trust us.
Hey, Chris, all right, we're done now, so you can, you know, wake up and shake it off. All right. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great summer. All right, working with kids is awesome, and yeah.
And thank you for listening to us, guys. See you. Oh, one more thing.
One more thing. Listen, this is like really important. No back rubs.
And no tickling or tickle fights.
Yeah,
none
of that.
None.
Canonicus, strict rule, no back rubs, no tickling.
Never.
Never.
Now we're done.
Now we're done.
Peace.
Peace.